that sheep produce wool, and that's what footy jumpers used to be made of. There's a bit of a connection there between farming and my collection. I just love what footy jumpers represent. Not only the club, but the era and the players, even the manufacturer. It's so significant. On our farm, we got 2,000 sheep, 100 cattle. We sell off our livestock here. We got a prime lamb operation. We sell them off at the end of the year. There's a little bit of pressure to stay on the farm. Grandfather, he was the first one to get the farm, and it's been passed through the generations, 70 years I think. So we're based out here in Narracourt on the South Australian side of the Victorian border, in between Adelaide and Melbourne. It's pretty quiet out here, but still things to enjoy, that's for sure. Farming's not really my number one passion. I'm more passionate about football, especially in the country. Our footy is really important to bring everyone together, and it's just a common sport everyone loves. Love my footy jumpers and all the other things that come with footy. Welcome to the Church of Merch. I've got all sorts of jumpers, player issue, match worn, retail jumpers. I've probably got everything. There's over 700 in the collection, one of the largest footy jumper collections in Australia. I got into footy jumper collecting just after the Crows lost the grand final. I had all this money saved up. I was aiming to buy premiership winning merch. It just didn't work out. All of a sudden I thought, how am I going to find my love of footy again? The Crows weren't going so well. I wasn't really enjoying it, so I wanted to go back, and I looked at some of the previous old jumpers and I was buying stickers and cards and whatever, but the jumpers really stood out to me, and I ended up buying a few. Discovered an online community of other collectors, and it really took off from there.
This is also a Hawthorn jumper, believe it or not.
So my social media presence, I guess, started with my jumpers.
Sometimes as a collector, when it rains, it pours.
I didn't think my videos would reach as many people as what they actually did. I did think that they would do quite well because no one's seen a lot of these jumpers before on different platforms, so it was going to stand out, and luckily it did.
Now the jumpers are getting pretty expensive.
Looking to expand my footy videos, I thought of local footy, and I was interested in some of these forgotten clubs that no longer existed.
After 50 years, the Wakurna footy ground still remains.
I've been to over 100 former footy grounds.
I found some of the numbers from the scoreboard.
Mostly over South Australia and Victoria, just where I live. I've got them all mapped out all across the place. People were really interested in how a footy ground could exist one day and then all of a sudden it's just left alone. Football is so important to regional communities because we've seen the lack of religion and whatever else nowadays, and footy's pretty much it. It brings everyone together. If you're a town with less than 1,000 people, you might have the footy club and that's about it. You might not even have a school anymore, so the football club is often the community.